Imagine this. Everyone bowed but 3 young men didn't. And that decision got them thrown into fire. But here's the strange part. The fire didn't destroy them. It revealed them. Here are 10 lessons from the 3 Hebrew boys that still hit hard today. Number 1. Do not compromise. When the music played, the crowd bowed immediately. Nobody wanted problems. Nobody wanted pressure. Nobody wanted to stand out. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refused to move. And honestly, that kind of conviction is rare. Take a moment to reflect. How many times have you stayed quiet? Just to fit in? How many times have you lowered your standards because you were afraid of standing alone? Sometimes growth begins the moment you stop needing everybody's approval. Stay with us. Because the last lesson would amaze you. Number 2. Pressure reveals who you really are. Anybody can speak confidently when life is easy. But pressure exposes truth. The moment the king threatened the furnace, their faith stopped being private. Everybody was watching. And suddenly the question became, was their faith real? Or was it just words? Take a second and ask yourself, who are you when pressure shows up? Because pressure has a way of revealing the parts of us we try to hide. Number 3. Fear spreads quickly. Look carefully at the story. Thousands of people bowed together. Not because they all agreed, but because fear spreads fast. Fear of rejection. Fear of missing out. Fear of losing opportunities. Fear of being different. And slowly, people begin abandoning their convictions just to feel accepted. Reflect on this for a second. Have you been making decisions based on purpose? Or based on fear? Number 4. True faith is not conditional. This was the moment that changed everything. The Hebrew boys looked at the king and said, "Our God is able to deliver us. But even if he does not, we still will not bow." That is powerful. Because most people stay committed only while life is going well. But true faith remains steady even when outcomes become uncertain. And honestly, that applies to life too. Can you stay disciplined when results are slow? Can you stay kind when people misunderstand you? Can you keep believing when life becomes uncomfortable? Let us know your answers in the comments section. Also like this video if this speaks to you. Number 5. The fire was never the end of the story. The king thought the furnace would destroy them. But what if the thing meant to break you becomes the thing that introduces you to the world? Some seasons feel painful while you're inside them. But later you realize, the pressure built strength you would have never developed otherwise. Take a moment and reflect. Maybe the season you hate the most is shaping the person you are becoming. Number 6. Some battles attract heaven's attention. The moment they entered the furnace, something changed. The king looked into the fire and became confused. Because suddenly there were not 3 men inside. There were 4. And the 4th looked different. The fire that was supposed to isolate them became the place where God revealed his presence. Sometimes God becomes most visible in the moments where you feel most abandoned. And maybe that's why some people grow spiritually through hardship more than comfort. Remember, heaven is with you. Just 4 more points to the main point. So stay with us cause we have something to tell you. Number 7. You can go through fire without smelling like smoke. One of the most unbelievable details in the story is this. When they came out of the furnace, they did not even smell like smoke. Think about that. The fire touched everything around them. But it could not remain on them. And honestly, that's resilience. Some people go through pain and carry bitterness forever. Others go through pain and somehow come out wiser, calmer, and stronger. So reflect on this. Are your struggles making you bitter? Or making you better? Number 8. Consistency matters more than motivation. The king already knew who these men were before the fire ever happened. Their character had already been established. And that's important. Because real strength is not built in dramatic moments. It is built quietly. Through daily choices nobody applauds. Take a second to reflect. What habits are shaping your life right now? Because eventually private habits become public outcomes. Tell us that one thing that you do daily that helps you stay on top. Who knows, you just might be helping someone in the comments. Number 9. Standing alone does not mean you are wrong. Imagine the scene. Thousands bowed. 3 remained standing. From the outside, they looked completely outnumbered. But truth is not determined by crowds. And one of the hardest parts of growth is learning to stand firm without constant validation. Ask yourself honestly. Have you been changing who you are just to feel accepted? Because sometimes the crowd can be loud. And still be wrong. Finally, the moment you have been waiting for. Number 10. Your courage affects more people than you realize. Sometimes it's more than just you. At the end of the story, the king himself was left speechless. Not because of the fire, but because of what survived it. Their obedience changed an entire kingdom. And sometimes people are watching your life more closely than you think. Your consistency. Your courage. Your refusal to quit. It might become the reason somebody else believes again. The story of the 3 Hebrew boys was never really about surviving fire. It was about conviction, identity, and refusing to bow under pressure. Because everybody faces furnaces eventually. The real question is, what will you do when the pressure comes? If this video spoke to you, comment, "I will not bow." And subscribe for more stories and life lessons.